Hey everybody, I just wanted to show off my sketchbook. I'm more of like a digital artist, that's why I'm kind of like showing some mandering before I get to the actual sketchbook. But, oh, I also wanted to show off my latest digital work of like Knights of Guinevere. That was a really good pilot, it was so much fun. But anyway, I'll just show you how messy my life is, but this is the lighting setup we have. We have Plumbus. So that's what's creating this aura here. And you already might have gotten a hint that my sketchbook is kind of crazy. And the fact of like, I don't know. Okay. So we went to this weed shop and they had this insane sticker, right? And it just caught my eye. And I was just like, what if it just creates this insane aura? Because look, it's like Be Mighty and it. It's just like just insane aura of insanity and cuteness, and I felt like that captures the sketchbook a little bit. Just this is gonna be all over the place, but I started off with I'm still working on the page, but I started off with let me flip over the sketchbook because it's gonna be more of this format. But I started off with like some character sketches, getting like talking about the character, like trying to get an idea of them, because this is mainly a sketchbook gonna be about my OCs. And I mean, surprise, I mean, it's a sketchbook. Oh, you're gonna draw the characters you made up. Yep. But this is some of the characters I made up. This is Blaze. If you can't tell, I'm okay. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. I had a little stutter spasm when talking about my OCs. They're just so cute, and, you know, I get nervous because I don't feel like I really described them properly. But anyway, I'm gonna try to keep the story synopsis brief about my OCs, but, she's not in this sketchbook yet, but it's mainly about these two. They're two, star-crossed lovers. One's a half-demon and one's in an angel army trying to fight off, like, the, you know, demons. And they, like, she has this, like, okay, she got, like, ooh, I don't know how to describe. Okay, it's a bit scandalous, but she's like a little prisoner, like war prisoner in the camp, because, you know, she's half demon, and she's like the general who's in charge of, like, you know, taking care of her and keeping her in her place. But what makes their relationship like so complicated is they used to be childhood friends, like before like she turned into a whole demon and everything. And she can't just simply let her friend live in this life of, like, tyranny, you know, like, she doesn't deserve to live like this. So she's, like, under a lot of conflict, right? Like, I want to serve the army, but I have to protect my friend, and, you know, she has feelings. So it's a whole story. It's a whole story that I am working on. Anyways, back to the sketchbook. I thought I would give you one more final sweep of this page. This was me, like, just, you know, finally sketching and trying to get into the art of, like, you know, having a sketchbook and stuff. And mainly, you're probably wondering why I have all these stickers, besides the fact that they're adorable. But lately, I've been getting kind of, like, artist block and, like, you know, thinking, like, it has to be perfect and everything in order for me to draw. So whenever I get too nervous, I just put a sticker next to my drawing to, like, you know, good job, me, you know, basically. So, it also, like, that's also why I switched over to traditional, in the sense, because traditional gives me the sense of, like, things can be messy. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it being messy kind of gives it charm. Anyway, we're going to the next page. This is what I'm going to try to do for the back of the pages, because the ink bleeds through, and I just mainly think this collage style is rather cute. Right now, I'm just kind of liking the feel for Iris. She's one of the main characters and, like, love interest, and I'm fiddling around with, like, skin tones and stuff. You can, like, her skin tone changes a little bit, but throughout this sketchbook. But to give you an idea, she's, like, supposed to be a darker skin tone, and I'm like, these markers aren't markering. But also, at the point, like, I'm just doing bad sketches here because at the point in the story, she gets spine. like these spiny bags, kind of like a dragon. It's kind of cool. And yeah, it was fun, actually. Like if you do digital, try doing traditional, because it might for me, it lets me let loose and not overdraw, especially with tiny drawings, because there's only so much detail you can cram into a traditional drawing. With digital, you could just keep going. This page I haven't finished yet. This drawing took me out. I didn't, like, you guys could tell me how you feel about it in the comments, but I felt like the colors weren't blending, nothing was working. I got the intense stare right, but that's probably what killed the momentum of this. I do like this drawing a little bit, but yeah, this one kind of killed the momentum. I don't even think it's that bad of a drawing. It didn't live up to my expectations and kind of bummed me out. But speaking of the other drawings, but I really like this one because it just, like, I don't know, the reference photo pictures I showed just, like, had a, like, agonized, like, betrayed expression, and I hoped I portrayed that well. This is the last page. I am still working on it. I kind of showed you guys early in the sketch. I was just, like, so excited to show you guys the sketchbook because these markers, man, they're popping. They're popping. Like, I like how this one turned out, like, with the markers and stuff, especially with her expression there. It's so cute. So, like, look how in love she is. But, yeah. I'll show you guys more in the future, especially when I get into, like, actually illustrating and drawing and the comic and stuff. I'm still on the base stage of, like, deciding the lore and the characters' backstories and everything, so I'll talk to you guys then when I have more to show.